Good morning. Happy Sunday. Here, I'm going to just put my little face up here for a minute. Or maybe not. I don't know. Hello. Good morning. I'm going to let some more people trickle in here. But happy Sunday to everyone. I hope it was a good week. And I can't get my face. There we go. Ah! Hi, welcome to my live stream, my little corner of the internet. Good morning. My name is Alecia Lott, and this channel and this video is for those of you who like to have a journaling routine that is messy and minimalist and low budget, and for those of you who like to use journaling for your feelings and stuff, your growth, your planning. So today is going to be all about planning. This is what I do every Sunday. I set up my weekly spread in my bullet journal. As you will see, if you've not been here before, it's not fancy. There won't be paint. There won't be washi tape. There won't be glitter. There will be some markers, though. I do like my markers. So you will see that. But yeah, it's just my time to kind of, just let the dust settle, get my mind right, get ready for the coming week. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you could join me. And yeah, you don't have to be journaling. You don't have to be in your bullet journal to hang out with us, the cool kids. But yes, maybe you're working on something else. Maybe you're writing. Maybe you're taking a little reading break. Maybe you're enjoying some coffee. That would be love. Actually, I have some coffee. It's cold now, but I have some. But I hope that you will stay with us and join us and say hello to me in the chat if you're ready. But yes, I'm going to share some prompts with you, some journaling prompts related to planning. I want to get this Sunday time more in the planning mode versus thinking about feelings and anger and stress and happiness and joy and all of those things, but it's planning. So I will get to that in a moment, but I just want to say hi to everyone. Who do we have in the chat today? Let's say, I'm going to say hi. There we go. Please tell me. But yes, I'm going to show you my bullet journal as well as we get started here. And it was a good week. I mean, for me, I hope it was a good week for you. I didn't fill in Saturday for my habit tracker, but I did do a lot. Yeah, I feel as though it was mostly a lot of running around. And I want to get to a place where I'm not running around so much. And by that, I mean running errands and doing a lot of things that weren't planned and just suddenly veering from the course. So I want to avoid that. But yeah, I think overall, it could have been better, could have been worse, I actually left the house sit that I was at last week. And now I'm in a new place. And then next Sunday, I'll be in a different place. So a lot of moving around. I've decided with my house sitting, which I've been doing for the past few months now, I will limit myself to house sits that are a month. Well, I'll say 2 weeks is the bare minimum, but I would ideally like them to be 1 month because just zigzagging around to different places, even within the same city, is like that's a lot. And I used to do that kind of thing when I was a flight attendant, and I used to be in a place for maybe a few hours at a time sometimes, but I'm older. I can't do that. And also there are too many responsibilities that require me to kind of stay put, but at the same time I want to travel. So if that makes sense. Yes. All right, who do we have in the chat here? Wait. All right, we have Miss Megals. Hello. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. All right. Here, I'm gonna put this back up here in the chat. Yes. So I'm going to ask you, this is kind of a joke question up at the top, but did the past week win or did you win? But I think you are here, you are breathing, you have, you woke up this morning, so you won, but let's say that. But tell me in the chat if you would. Yes, let us know how your week went. I want to know, was it? I have the fire emoji to indicate that it was good. Like, yeah, it was fire. But that could also mean that it was a dumpster fire. But hopefully it was a positive experience for you. And then yes, you can give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, all right. So let me know in the chat how last week went for you. And then also, if you feel like sharing, let me know what is something you did last week that you feel proud of yourself for. And that could be something, it can be as large or as small as you want it to be. Maybe you made sure that you drank enough water. Maybe you avoided junk food. Maybe you were nice to someone or you avoided an argument with someone that could have started off really badly. So think about that. And then let's see. Oh no. All right. Yes. First, let me say hello to Miss Plan to be Rita. I am happy you are here. Hello. Yes. It is a good Sunday. I hope it's going well for you. And I'm so happy that you are here and saying hello to me. Thank you. All right. Oh, Mangles, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So this week one, it's been a rough 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, girl. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. So I had to arrange it. Well, my condolences. I'm very sorry about that. Just of course the loss itself, and then having to deal with all of the stress of planning a funeral and all of just. I'm sure there are a lot of people weighing in on what should be done as well. Luckily enough, I haven't gone through that myself, but I've seen the process, and I'm so happy that you're here, and I am, happy that you got through that situation. So my condolences, everybody. Yes, and we want to make sure that we are going into the new week. Hopefully, everything will be a little bit better. All right, we have. Let's see. Oh yes, Megan. Yes, you are going to win this freaking week. I see you. All right. I want to hear from you next week. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that this coming week will be a whole lot better. And then okay, we have Miss Rita. All right, what is she? Oh, look at all these emojis. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got love, we got happiness, we got kind of stress, hot feelings. Yeah, depending on where you are, I'm sure. I can imagine. All right, we got some books, we got some writing, we got some journaling. All right, we got money, we got credit card. All right, maybe. Yes, if you feel like elaborating a little bit, I'm very curious about it. There's so many. But yeah, okay, wait. But there are how many? Okay, so almost one for every, or actually more than one for each day of the week. So that's good as well. I love these emojis. I love the sharing. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. What do I want to do now? All right. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm silly. Yes, I want to go ahead and get into our journaling prompts here. So as I mentioned, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so as I mentioned, I do want to focus more on planning on Sundays. And in the back of my journal, I have planning questions that ideally I would be doing every week, like before I do the weekly spread in the bullet journal. But I just kind of so I haven't been doing this part, but when I do it, I feel so much better. I feel just laser focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. I give myself permission to cancel things that I need to cancel in order to make space for things I actually want. I allow myself a little bit of time for self-care, all of that. So I want to get back into that. I want to, yes. Okay, so first, I have an announcement to make. All right, so starting next Sunday, and knock on wood because I will be in a different house, and I just hope everything goes well, technically. But starting next week, I'm going to try doing a 2-hour live stream, and hopefully I will be doing that for the foreseeable future. So yeah, that way it'll give us time to plan. You know what I mean? Like we can think about what we want for the coming week, and we can actually put it down on paper. So 9 a.m. Eastern time, I'm gonna start. We're gonna see how this goes. So yes, that's my first announcement. I have a couple others in toward the end, but yes, okay. Let me, as far as us getting ready for the week, I want to give us some time to just dump out our feelings and dump out things that we. I want to show you guys what's in my journal. I'm going to do all like that for a second. I'm going to give us time to do a little brain dump, and then we can start to think about how we want the future to go. Okay, so I'm going to give us 5 minutes. What I'm going to do though, with the 5 minutes, I'm not going to put the timer on the screen because that always ends in disaster for me. I'm going to use this timer. It's really cool. I got it on Amazon a few months ago. I love it. So I'm going to use this, and basically the way it works is when I flip the number up towards the sky, then that is the time that it will set itself for. So I'm going to do 5 minutes. Okay, and then you'll see this little light. It'll flash when we get, I believe, 30 seconds down. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, Miss Rita. Yes. School shopping. Spending money. Oh, girl. Yes. Well, I hope that was the end of the spend. I know it's stressful to have to spend that much money at once. I hope that was we're starting to taper off from the spending. Let's see. Hola, Nestor. Okay. Buenos días. Okay. Estamos en estamos sacando los pensamientos de nuestros. Me explico, sí. Ok, escribe por 5 minutos. Hola. That is our time. Time to make it stop. All right. So, how did that journaling time feel for you? Were you able to dump out some thoughts in 5 minutes? I feel a little bit better. I had to use scratch paper because I forgot that my journal is actually holding my laptop. My other journal, that is actually holding up my laptop, so you're not looking at my chest. So I have some scratch paper that I use, but I did take a little bit of time to just think about what I want for the coming week. I hope you did as well. Yes. So yes, and if anyone would like to share that as well, how do you feel that? What are some things that came up for you in those 5 minutes? Yeah, turn that off. All right. So yes, I feel that these. Okay, so I wrote a newsletter last week, and I do have an announcement about my newsletter coming up. I wrote a newsletter last week talking about compartmentalization, about having separate aspects of your life, and they don't really overlap, and they don't really, they just don't overlap. They're not really mixing together, and I feel as though I'm more productive when that happens. When I have this day is for this day is for this, and this day is for this, and I want to get back to that. I feel, especially with traveling and everything that has been going on lately, there has been a lot of kind of mixing, and I don't really get certain things done because certain things require focus. And so it does require that you sit your butt in a chair and just not do anything else. And to do the focus preferably first thing in the morning. So I've had trouble with that. Usually when I try to mix things together, the more active things tend to come first, and then it's hard to kind of settle down and do the more creative things. So I don't like that. I want to have days where it's more creative work, or at least having the creative work in the morning. So I'm trying to work on making those time blocks to do things like that. So yes, I hope that made sense. I hope that that's something that you've thought about as well. Like, when do you have the most energy? When do you feel the most creative? How can you block those times and separate them from other things that you're doing? So, okay. Anyway. All right. In the chat, we have Miss Budgeting Mama. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday to you. I hope it was a good week. So let us know in the chat, girl, if you want. How was the week for you? Let us know if you want to send us some emojis. Let us know how things are going, and how maybe what you plan for this coming week. All right. So these are some of the journaling prompts that when I'm in planning mode, that I like to think about. I'm going to share them with you. So my first one is, what are my top 3 goals this week? And then number 2 is going to be, what are deadlines for these goals? And is there anything I can start tomorrow, Monday? I'm sure there's something where you can maybe make a baby step toward accomplishing that. Like, even if it's, if you have to write an email, maybe just opening this is what I do. I open my notes app and start writing the email there. And then I copy and paste it into the email, because I'm so worried I'm going to send it early. I'll send it halfway done. So maybe there's something like that you can do. Maybe you need to open a document, or maybe there's something that you need to pack for a trip. Maybe there's a phone call you need to make. What can you do tomorrow? And then our last question is, what events, appointments, or trips do I have planned this week? So This one, yes. If there's a trip that starts on Friday, then sometimes for me, I don't think about it until Thursday night. I don't want to be like that. And then I have a friend who will ask me on Tuesday, "How's packing going?" And I'm like, "Packing? What? I'm not leaving till Friday. I'm not." You know what I mean? So I want to be more of that person, like to actually. Okay. All right. It said that my connection was lost. The internet is not my friend today. If anyone wants to give me a shout out, a chat, let me know if you can hear me, see me. And meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and, yes, I'm going to get started on my bullet journal. And I'll show you what I wrote in my journal. I'm going to go like this. There we go. It's a fresh new page for a fresh week. Let me know in the chat if you can see me and hear me. And I'm going to give us another 5 minutes of journaling time. All good? Okay. Okay. Thank you. I was like, no, there's like this big orange bar that goes across the screen. And I'm like, no, what happened? Should I just change back into my pajamas and go back to that? No. So I'm glad I'm back. All right, you guys. 5 minutes. Okay. So I got a time here. If you see it flashing, you may not see it flashing, but I will let you know. Hopefully you'll hear the chime when it goes off. And I'm going to work on my weekly spread. Okay, we have about 30 seconds. Almost 30. Okay. All right. All right, you guys. Yeah. How was that? 5 minutes from you? As far as, did anyone happen to answer any of these journaling prompts? What are some goals that we can share for the week? What are your deadlines? What events or trips or appointments do you have? Anything that you have that you are looking forward to? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah. So I mentioned a little bit ago, I'm going to go to a different house. So I'll be. This is more hopping around than I like to do. So I'm happy that the next place I'll be there for 1 month, and that I think a month is a good amount of time. It's, allows you to get settled a little bit, um, while still feeling like you're traveling and feeling like you're going to different places. So I like that as well. Um, Here, let me. What are we doing? I don't know. Oh my gosh, streaming everything. Let me turn that off. Okay. Oh my God. Yes. So a goal for this week is to, I hate to say make it through the week. I want to do well with my TEFL course that I'm taking. I'm taking a course to teach English as a foreign language. And I've been a tutor for a long time, but I actually want to get my certificate and teach. I still haven't decided if I want to teach in a classroom or if I want to continue being online. But in any case, almost halfway through this course, and this particular week is killing me. We're starting to get into lesson planning and stuff, so I'm just trying to stay strong, but I want to devote more time toward the beginning of the week to homework and stuff, as opposed to waiting until the end of the week when it's due. So we will see. But yes, if anyone feels like sharing in the chat what's going on, all right, I'm gonna go to the next slide. Oh wait, before I do that, I want to share with you my intention for the week. And did you intend to do? What do you intend to do? All right, so intention of the week that I write every week is I intend to be more mindful of when my energy is highest and what types of energy I need for each situation. I will avoid things. Oh, I didn't finish this. I will avoid things that drain my energy and make me feel. Should I put shitty? Make me feel uh, as though I am not operating at my best. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, okay, I'm going to move on here. All right, you guys. So our next set of journaling prompts is, what can I cancel this week? I'm sure that there is some kind of appointment or maybe something that you promised to do with a friend who's not really a close friend. You really don't want to see him, but you said you know what I mean? You know what I mean? What is something that you can back out of and cancel this week? We are trying to preserve our energy for what's more important. So think about that. All right. Um, Also, number 5, when can I schedule body doubling for high focus tasks? So I'm an ADHDer. I love when there's something that I need to really, really focus in on, like homework or writing. I like things like Focus Mate. I've mentioned that a few times on this channel. It's basically video chat like we're doing now, and it's one-on-one, and you just get in a chat room with someone and you tell them, hey, I'm working on this, and they say, okay, I'm working on that, and you just work on that your thing for your respective things for maybe 20 minutes up. It's 25 minutes all the way up until 90 minutes. You decide before you enter the appointment with chat. So it's really helpful just to have someone be in the presence of someone else while you're working is very, very helpful to me. So yes, if you have not tried it out, I wonder if I have an affiliate link or something I could share with you guys, some kind of promo code. I'll find one. But yes, when can you use body doubling for those tasks where you need to just hone in? Number 6 is going to be, what self-care or rest activities can I plan this week? I try to plan my little nail times. Last week I did it, and now my nails don't look that great, so I need to do it again. So like my hair and my nails, those are usually my self-care things. But yeah, even just like taking a walk or being outside in the patio and sipping some tea. What is your thing this week? All right, we've got 5 minutes. We're gonna work on, or you're gonna do those prompts. I'm gonna go back to my weekly spread and hopefully get this done. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Yes. Okay. Minutes. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. Okay. Mm. That was our 5 minutes. I see a mistake I made, and I gotta get the correction tape out. It's been a big day for the correction tape today. I'm horrible with numbers, and if I do not focus on what I'm writing, then I will mess the number up. Sure, it will happen. So, all right. Anyway, I hope that was some good quiet time, split journaling time. We're in there. What are you thinking about that you're gonna cancel this week? Are you excited? Like, I know sometimes it's just like, I think, they always say that part of being an adult is making plans and then wishing you hadn't. And I feel like that's half my life. So, I hope that you found one thing that you're just like, I don't need to do that. And then you cancel it. It's going to be great. You don't have to tell us what it is, if you haven't done it yet. Like, I don't, not that people are just watching, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I hope that maybe you've thought about some different ways that you can incorporate body doubling if you are focus challenged, such as myself. Just thinking of different ways that you can manage to have someone else present and get those really focus heavy tasks done. We want to do that. And also what kind of self-care activities you have planned for this week. Maybe what are some other good ones? I don't know, maybe taking a few moments to do some deep breathing, maybe taking some time to just be out in nature and smell flowers and stuff. Um, Maybe making a nice meal for yourself, a nice, hopefully healthy meal for yourself that also tastes good, if that exists. It does. So I want you to think about that. All right. I was working on my weekly spread in my journal, and so still have to do the quote of the week. So look at that. But I did start on my habit tracker, and then my coming 2 weeks. I like to have a little space for that. I want to always devote time to my exercise, brain dumping in the morning, writing 500 words every day, working on my TEFL course. Um, I also, especially for house sitting, but just in life in general, I want to be better about cleaning, because I tend to wait until the last day of the house sit, and then I'm running around, and everyone's just stressed out, and we don't want that. We want to just leave calmly and just take our bags and go. I want to work on that, and then reading 20 minutes every day. So those are my things that I'm working on. All right, I'm gonna give us. We still have some good time. I'm gonna give us some more quiet time, but I'm gonna go to the next slide here. Also, just know for these journaling prompts, like, don't think that you have to finish writing everything within this hour time frame, because that's not always realistic. You can come back and finish them later. But yes. So our last journaling prompt is, what do you want? I wonder if I should make that first, actually, because you can't really plan the other stuff until you know that. But yeah, what do you want for life? What do you want to drink with your meal tonight for dinner? What do you want to wear tomorrow? What do you want for your life? What do you want? So yes, maybe spend a few moments thinking about that. We're getting short on time, so I'm going to go ahead and go to our next slide. But I do want you to think about that always. All right. So I have another announcement. So my crazy butt, I decided that I do want to spend more time planning, and also just I don't know what I want to say. I wanted to spend more time thinking about what do I want and putting it down on paper and writing it over and over again because that's fun. So I decided that I want to try scripting, which is a form of manifestation. Like, don't get scared. Don't get scared. Okay, like we're, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be really new age, but I do want to. I think it could be helpful to manifest and think about things that we want. Have you tried manifestation? Let me know in the chat if that's something that you've tried. I haven't really explored it in depth, and I want to start to do that. So why not? It couldn't hurt. I'm gonna do it for this will be a month ish while I'm in Cleveland. If it doesn't work, okay, it's a month, whatever. So I'm gonna do live stream videos every day. We'll do this together, and it's going to be roughly around 10, not long. It's gonna be about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll try it. It'll probably be in the morning. I haven't decided on a time yet, but probably 9 o'clock Eastern time or something. I don't know. Okay, so stay tuned for that. And then my newsletter, I probably should have announced this in the newsletter, but I will, but I didn't have it yet. The newsletter is going to change. I've decided that I don't think it's a good idea for me to commit myself to writing long essays every week, especially with everything else that's going on. And there's too much temptation to just have ChatGPT write the whole thing. It starts out so innocently, like maybe I'll just copy and paste it into ChatGPT and be like, oh, can you just proofread this for me just to see if there are any spelling errors or whatever. And then at the end it always asks you a question like, oh, would you like me to write this part so it can be tighter? And it's so tempting. So I'm like, if I wrote it, I want to write it myself, so I don't want to even put myself in the path of temptation. So there will be still a newsletter, but there will not be the long essay at the beginning that I had been doing. But you will be able to hear about journaling events and journaling prompts. I will still write those. And also you will know about the subscriber-only live streams that I do roughly every other week. So if that's cool, then go ahead and subscribe. Okay. I'm going to give us 5 more minutes and I'm going to finish this freaking weekly spread. Okay. 5 minutes.
I should stop screaming and making weird noises so that goes off. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. So, that is another 5 minutes down. That is another 5 minutes that we gave to ourselves to reorganize, start to reformat, like the computers. Remember the little like dots and yeah. Anyway, I hope that was a good 5 minutes for you. Okay, so I would like to show you my weekly spread in my bullet journal. I'm very happy I got it all done. Okay, here, I will show you this for a moment. So yes, I finished my intention of the week. I will avoid things that drain my energy and make me feel as though I am not operating at the highest level. Doesn't that sound lovely? Okay. I have these two spaces here for my 2 weeks, coming 2 weeks. And then our quote of the week is, life isn't about finding yourself. Life is, I wrote isn't, but it is about creating yourself. And that is by George Bernard Shaw. Okay, and then on this side, I'm going to put a little heart here. And you may have heard some crinkling because I was getting out these cute freaking stamps that I like to sometimes use. I don't do it every week, but I like to use for weather forecasts sometimes. So today is sunny in Cincinnati, Ohio. So you have the little sun, and then there's like raindrops and all of that. Anyway, Sunday, I put a heart. This is my self-care day. Planning is self-care, so that's why I'm here. And then we have the rest of the week. This is where I write my appointments, all my events and things that I want to cancel. And then on this side, I have my to-dos, and then it gives me great joy to be able to cross off the to-dos every week or every
time that I do them. You know what I'm saying? So that is that. I will continue to do different, I'll just show you guys. But yeah, that's the rain. It's kind of faint rain. I will continue to have the weather in my weekly spread. And then that's it. I hope that this was a good planning session for you. And I hope it gave you a little more clarity as to what you're doing this week and where your focus should be. And as always, I thank you all so much. Does anyone want to give like a last shout out before we leave? I'm going to put my stuff away. And I just hope that you all have a wonderful week. I'm going to fast forward through my slides here a little bit. Yes. And if you would like to join me in my newsletter, that'll be shorter and tighter and less verbose, then please feel free to subscribe. And yes, I just want to thank you all so much for joining me. As always, it's been a pleasure seeing you week after week. And I just hope that you go into the week thinking about how you are creating yourself and how you are focusing your energy where it needs to be. All right. And I want to thank you all for your support. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'm very sad. So please subscribe. And if you happen to be catching this live stream after the fact, then I hope that you will leave me a like. If you like this video, if you got this far, then you probably did like it. If you're watching me on Facebook too, I would prefer. I think a bird just hit the window. Focus, Alecia. I would prefer if you join me on YouTube, if you can. So my YouTube channel is Alecia Lott. You can see it right here on the screen. So hopefully next week you will join me for my 2-hour, starting next week, my 2-hour planning session in which we will get our weeks right and get our minds right. Okay, yes! See, Miss Meggles coming through with some shadows. All right. Miss Meggles wishes us all a productive week and hopes that we accomplish at least one thing that makes us happy. And I love that. And I also wish the same for you. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, join me on YouTube next week and we will get this going together. We will get our planning and get ourselves ready for the week and just say hi to everybody. All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Good morning. I'm gonna end this. What's happening? Okay. Yes. Thank you. Wait, I knew there was something I was missing. That's why I kept like stalling. Okay, so there it is. I need to do, as tradition is, we have to do the upside down wave. Upside down wave. Goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good week. Cancel something right now. Just go through life. Beautiful. Okay, bye.